video. Thank you so much for choosing to spend a little bit of time with me. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the likes, shares, and subscribes. Everyone who's booking, making purchases off the website, pledges to the Patreon, sending things to the P.O. Box, and purchases off the wish list. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys so much. All right, let's see. Hey, Dominique, how are ya? Hey, Deborah, how are you? It's a little late, yeah. It's been one of those days. Hey, Lynn, how is everyone? I hope you're doing well. Getting ready for Halloween, or what do we got going on? Hey there, Callie. Hey, Angel. And, well, what is the time difference, Angel? Can I assume that Brian is in bed? I love that. Hey, Trinity. How is everyone doing? Hey, Gold. $10:39. Oh, okay. So you're just an hour ahead of me. Okay. Oh, I'm glad that he's sleeping well. Got it, Angel. Yeah, we're good over here. 9:40 for you, so we're on the same time, Deborah. We went and so I am reading at a mystic fair, doing readings at a mystic fair that's actually at a haunted house in our area. And the kids are actually also going to be, well, Michael, it's still up in the air, but Zyla and her friend are going to be in the haunted house a couple of the nights. So this evening we went, and that's one thing that's been taking up some of my time. But, hey! How are you, Bree? Yeah, so it's coming together, Go. We went through a walkthrough. Got to see the layout of everything. I don't know why I just keep shuffling. Yeah, it should be a really good time. I'm excited. The theme is Black Widow, right? So that's where the so that's where like the kids come in, because there's a kids room, right? Like they just kill the husbands, not the kids. So anyways, it'll be fun. Oh, I love that. You'll have to send me pictures. All right, let's see what you need to know, Angel. For some reason, I really want to use this fairy deck, but I feel like I'm actually drawn to the Hocus Pocus here. I think that there's something significant with that. Yeah, with this judgment and this justice. There's some sort of like spiritual warfare that's happening, Angel. I feel like this, there's something where, see how I was like, I want to use the fairy deck, right? And fairies, they're giving me this energy of like, there's something that I feel like you want to play nice with. Maybe even like ignorant in a type of way, right? Fool the fool. You know, what's that saying, right? When the fool thinks that you're the fool. I don't know. There's something like that. But there's something it's like, but I'm being guided to use the hocus pocus, which is kind of giving a little bit more like, it's like you, whatever's happening, like as far as like this spiritual kind of warfare that's happening, and this is like, this almost feels collective too, right? This almost feels, there's a little bit of like just what's going on in the world, but then there's also, I feel like there is something personal as well, Angel. It is the month for that type of stuff. And so this is not your whole message. I feel like that I feel like I'm going on and on, but there's something where it's like, when it comes to this spiritual warfare, or like really just protecting yourself, right? There's something about being just a little bit more, it's not that you're not serious, but a little bit more routine with it, right? Awesome, Bree. We'll add you to the list, my dear. But yeah, so something where it's like, whatever this energy is, you cannot like play nice with it, if that makes sense. Like this is an energy that I feel like very much knows that you know, like that type of thing here. Okay. What else for Angel here? Yeah. This is like an energy, Aw. Yeah. Yeah. So that's where I feel like this is where it's like, this is something, but yeah, the Two of Swords here with the Six of Cups, it's like wanting to look, but here's the strength, right? You, with the Judgment, yeah, because somebody is like, this is like somebody who's like a lost soul, right? Or whoever's, you know what I mean? It's like there is really nothing to them here, is kind of what I'm getting. It's like they're really kind of empty, in that way, or like they just are, I don't know, too far gone, or something like that here. So there is this energy of like, you are being encouraged to, like, look at her, gather all of, whatever it is that you do to just protect your energy, protect your space, okay? Because yeah, and but again, with this strength being here, it's like you're so much stronger than this, right? But Brian is innocent, right? The space, it's just make it more routine here. Yeah, Ace of Swords. Make it more routine. Yeah, the Seven of Wands with the Magician. I can't say it any more clear, right? It's like, I feel like I'm wondering if maybe this is confirmation for you regarding the situation about Brian. That really makes me mad, actually. I feel it in my stomach, where it's like, and I'm not sure that they're necessarily like trying to affect Brian directly. It's just he's picking up on that energy. You know what I mean? Which, I mean, I guess as empty as they felt, right? Yeah, I can imagine that they really maybe wouldn't have any qualms against, I don't know, but yeah, it's just gonna be, this is something that you, yeah, but there's also something too here where this situation is, there's something about your, like growth within one of your gifts here, like your spiritual gifts, like one of your clairs. And I have a feeling it's the seeing. There's not, I just, for some reason, it's just coming through very strongly. And it's like, yeah. But it's more of like, I mean, I feel like you'll also be seeing visions maybe, but this is more so, but this is more about being able to, it's almost like like this bounty hunter for bad energy type of things. Like say for instance, someone, like there's something with your gifts that develop where it's like you are, I feel like you can see where it comes from, you know what there's something where like you're really learning to navigate energy and discern where it's coming from and like see something clearly. So there is benefit to this, Angel. But it is something where it's like definitely take it seriously. You know what I mean? Okay. Next we have Dom. And then Bree, and then Nerdisha, and then Deborah. You're so welcome. Hey, I'm going to email you. I'm not going to say it on here just because it's live and stuff like that. I'm going to email you some things that I do that might be a little bit different than others because of like my children and like, you know, I'll email you some things. Is this real? Hey, Tink, yes, it is real. It's late. It's late. It's been a long day, but I missed you guys this weekend. I missed you. Okay. Bree. Oh, wait. Dominique was next, weren't you? And then Bree. Sorry. No. All right. General for Dominique here. Yeah. I may even ship you something, Angel. I'm gonna have to make it, but I may make yeah. Let me add that to my list, but I know it's important. So, all right, what does Dominique need to know? Yeah, it's been a long day, but it honestly, I did. Yeah, anyways. It's fine. All right, what does Dominique need to know here? Oops. I just like heard this song lyric, but I don't know. Do you know when you've heard a song a million times and it's like you can hear the lyric, you know what it sounds like, but you have no idea what the words are? It's something like that. A line between two guns. I don't know. It's a Lil Wayne. I don't know. Let's keep going. It may just be more significant about like that distant like recognition here. For Dominique, please. Girl, what in the world? We got the Emperor and the Empress out here. The Two of Wands, the Empress, the Emperor, and the Three of Pentacles. Okay, tell me what this is. What? For Dominique, please. Okay. I want that over here. Keep going. Okay. If there is, no, not if. There, okay, so this King of Cups down here is definitely a passed over loved one, okay? I'm wondering, I don't know if somebody has already, there's a couple here, okay, that may want to, look at you teaching. Look at you, this Queen of Cups, that's you. It's very clear here. We have, you know, the Two of Wands, you know, making a plan, King and Queen, or the Emperor, the Empress, the Three of Pentacles. Here you are, the Queen of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, wanting to collaborate on something, some sort of opportunity, right? But this, whatever this is not there. There's something about, it's like it's going to bring them to calmer waters. And then it's going to lead into this Three of Swords energy, this kind of heartbreak. So there is this passed over loved one here, this King of Cups. Grandfather energy here. Maybe even a great-grandfather, Dominique, that is like warning you here. Like you are not going to be, this is not going to go well for you, right? It's like this energy where whoever this is, I feel like they're just, it's almost like wanting to like use you as a step, you know what I mean? To like, yeah. Okay, what else does she need to know about this for Dominique? Okay. No, but there is a little bit of there is a little bit of like, there's also your energy here with this Page of Wands and this High Priestess energy here. The Two of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. There is a little bit of somehow there, it's, I don't want to say like sneaky energy, but there is this energy of you know, being very aware of what's going on. and I don't want to say like using that to your advantage, but there's almost like something where it's like, how do I explain it? It's like, it wouldn't be using it to your advantage, but there is this energy of being very aware of somebody's intentions and allowing them to kind of make a fool of themselves. But there is some sort of, with this Ten of Pentacles, I feel like there's not only some sort of gain in this way, right? Like going into it blindly would have led you to some sort of heartbreak. Going into this, you know, with your discernment and your intuition and using your gifts and really trusting yourself, because there is this energy of like, almost like kind of being like the, you know, the bait in a way and being yanked out right just in time. So it's like, there is also too like a cycle that you're closing when it comes to like material things, right? Like finances and things like that. It's almost like there's a couple that maybe thinks that you won't, that you'll move from a space of lack. In some type of way. You know, it doesn't have to be exactly finances, right? It just some space of like not enoughness, you know, and then like kind of feeding on that. So but there is some sort of benefit to, I don't even want to say play the game because it sounds really wrong, but it's not, I wouldn't say it's necessarily like playing the game, right? But it's also, you know, the High Priestess, just, you know more than you lead on, and that's it, you know? Okay, let's see. Marianne, my darling. And then we've got Nerdisha and then Deborah. Hey, Sid. Long time no see. Aw, thanks, Chad. You're so sweet. Yeah. Yes, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. And you're always right on time. All right, Bree, my darling. Nerdisha, you are after Bree, I believe. Yep. You're after Bree. Bree is up right now. And then we've got Deborah. Oh, so good to see you. Carl, so good to see you. That's one of my favorite lines. If you haven't had any water today, you should definitely have some. Girl, get you some water. Hey there. Hey, did you guys see the otter spirit? I'm just gonna do a little shout out. I'm not joking. These are probably the best crystal bracelets that I have ever had. I'm just saying. So, and if you go through the link, you can get 20% off the link that should be in my description box. You can get 20% off your purchase, or you can get, I think it's 30% off $99 or more. And they have some really cool stuff. They have individuals, or they like have packs with intention. So like abundance, or this one is divine feminine, which is moonstone, labradorite, I don't know how to say that, labradorite, something, and amethyst together. They do the different sizes so they fit well. Like, yes, Billy Madison. I don't know. And just as all of my interactions with them have been super just kind and gentle and sweet. And oh, and I forgot to mention that 1% of the sales goes to an otter fund. Hello, that's one of the most important parts. Anyways, is Bree still here? Sorry. I just wanted to share because, you know, maybe you don't need any crystal bracelets right now, but they would be good stocking stuffers or good Christmas presents, or even for yourself. Just maybe next time you're thinking you should peruse. Is that the right word? Peruse their online store. Lots to choose from. So, but anyways, there's so much to choose from, I'm telling you. Did Bree leave? Where'd she go? Nerdisha, do you want to just go ahead and put your question? Would you like to put your question, Nerdisha? Maybe she had to step away for a minute, so we'll just keep it moving. And oh, there she is. No, I did not see it. I'm so sorry. You feel like you're getting phased out? All right. Okay, Bree, go ahead and repost your question. I'm sorry, love. I think there's maybe a delay. Okay, so let's see. What does Nerdisha need to know about this feeling she has about work being phased out? Yeah, the Three of Swords, that wanted to come out already. Tell me more about it. For Nerdisha, why is she feeling this way? Why does she feel like she's being phased out at work? Is she being phased? That's a lot. Let's ask. Is she being phased out at work? Yes or no, please? No jumpies. Just solid, straight answer. 10 of Wands? No, you're not. Tell me about this Three of Swords then. This is just is it one person in particular that's making you feel some type of way here? maybe it's not one person in particular, but I really just get this feeling that there is someone that is triggering you, and like this is someone who I feel like maybe it's almost like this energy of making you feel like a kid in some type of way. Like there's something about like, and like feeling like belittled, or like feeling like again, whether this person is actually speaking to you this way or something like that, this is the energy that's coming through, that I feel like there's triggering, where it's like that's what it feels like. It's like, it feels like initially it feels like this energy of like, of a kid, of like, I can handle it, right? Like it's like there's like this non-trusting energy, but then there's this like, it's followed by this energy of like, I'm a fucking adult. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, it's definitely something like that here. And I feel like there is something in particular, or someone in particular, that really comes off I feel like this person comes off as a very kind person, if I'm being honest with you. Yeah. But there's a lot going on in your mind. Oh, oh. Hey, Irene. Yes. Yeah, sea turtle is Brie. Dominique. No, I mean like there is this I don't feel like you're going to get fired. I don't. I have to be completely honest with you. And I feel like there is, it's, if you were not producing a lot right now, I feel like it's because you were in your head about not producing a lot, and there is it's like you're being triggered, right? There's a trigger here that there's, again, this energy of like being seen or not being seen, you know, like as an adult or as somebody who is capable here, okay? And again, I feel like that comes from something in the past, right? It's like this recreating, you know what I mean? But it's almost like you, because you're in your head about it so much, it's like creating it, right? You know what I mean? It's like this vicious cycle. But I don't, when I asked, right, I got a clear no. Right? Ten of Wands is a definite no card. So this is, yeah. That no could turn into a yes if you continue to like, you know, repeat the same cycle every day where you like get in your head and then you know what I mean? Like that type of thing. Or, you know, like you could just like tap into whatever this is, that it's like again, it keeps you from, it's almost like a projected belief. You know what I mean? Okay, so I saw Bree, I mean, if you want to believe that you're going to be fired, that's fine. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but if you want to believe that, then that will be. But I'm sitting here telling you that the current energy that's not the case, that this is something that is sure, your work ethic may not be like up to par right now, but it's because of this, you know, I'm not sure how long, you know, this wound has kind of been activated, right? Like it's something, you know what I mean? And so that can just really kind of keep the cycle rolling every day, in and out, right? Like that type of energy. So, yeah. Okay, Bree, you were up. So do you just want me to do what do you need to know? Or I did see something about you and Eric went camping, but I didn't get to finish that whole thing. What would you prefer, Bree? Yes, you're very welcome. Go within on this because I'm telling you, there's something that you will be empowered on by going within on this, because it feels like this trigger where it's like, you know, like passive aggressiveness, or like somebody like you know what I'm talking about? I'm just this like, oh sweetie. No, it's not quite like that. I don't know. It's a yucky energy. I don't like it. But you can do this. You can turn it all around. Really, there's nothing to turn around. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a very, yeah, you can do it. You really can. I promise. Okay, Bree. You poor thing. Dominique's just being a kick-ass moderator. Okay. Very cool. Okay. So one important thing is asking the right question. Well, we do have this temperance here. Temperance with the Tower. 6 of Wands. There is this energy, I feel like, coming from Eric in a way of, it's a good energy. It is this realization that investing in you, whether that be energetically, I don't feel like it's material things. It's energetically, it's emotionally, it's spiritually. there's this energy of like looking at you in a different way here. There's been, tell me about this for Bree. There's been some sort of tell me more about this. I feel like too, yeah, it just keeps reminding me of you here. Yeah, there's this energy of like previously resisting some sort of transformation. I feel like there's also too been this clarity about maybe like there was this outside problems. Like no, not outside problems. There were people outside of your relationship interfering, right? I feel like there is something about that almost clearing some things up here, okay? But I can't help but feel it's like look at her. Like look at that face. It looks like she's looking at somebody that she's in love with that's maybe acting really goofy and things like that, right? Hey, Flo. I don't know. There's just, it feels like there's been some sort of, you know, like a download or like a veil that was removed or some sort of like awakening. Yeah, it's 10:20 here. But, you know. So the energy honestly feels really good but there is definitely still some people trying to interfere here. So that's going to be important that you keep that in mind. $8.20. Nice. Hey there. Okay. Deborah and then Irene. It's so nice to meet you. Is it Rohan? Rohan? Am I saying that correctly? All right, Deborah. What does Deborah need to know here? I feel like there's some immature energy maybe around you here, okay, with this Page of Swords. It feels like, yeah, immature energy that, you know, well, look at it, right? Remember these two guys, like the bullies or whatever, they're just picking on people, you know, they just had really immature things to say, right? Like that type of energy here. You're with this Wheel of Fortune here, there's something, and we have the Ace of Swords with the Four of Wands coming out here, the Queen of Pentacles. There's something about your foundation, your stability, but also your truth, and like who you like how you show up in that way, right? How you express yourself, or it's not even express yourself. It's like this, it's the difference between becoming and being, right? There's this energy where you have been becoming, like really coming into a certain type of energy, and we have the Wheel of Fortune here, where it's like you're coming into this new space, right? Where it is you are not becoming, right? You are not aligning to you are, right? And so there is kind of this again, this immature energy that maybe kind of like, it almost feels like just like interfering energetically in a way that could be kind of, but see how she's like in that circle here, the salt circle. It's like this is very protected. Sorry if my nails are dirty. You are very protected. This is very protected. Okay, so there is something here. Yeah, you may be a little bit worried about somebody being able to take this from you, or like or just anything getting in the way, or like making the wrong mistake or the wrong move, or you know what I mean? Like there's something here about that. And this could just be like a subconscious type of fear that's coming up. It doesn't necessarily have to be something, although I do kind of feel like it's like this energy of like wanting to be on the right path so much, right, that you are afraid of a little bit of your authenticity in a way. But I feel like I want you to know that you're safe. You're welcome, Bria. I love you so much, lady. That you are safe coming into this new cycle there. It's like, especially with this High Priestess at the bottom of the deck, I do feel like you know what this is, right? What you are becoming, or where you're headed, or you have some sort of inclination. But again, followed by the Nine of Swords, there's a little bit of like lingering fear here. Yeah, I heard like, what if I'm wrong? Well, what if you are? I don't think you are, but you know, if you are, I mean, I feel like, you know, you're going to be caught no matter what, but you're not wrong here. You're just kind of in this in-between. And I would definitely steer clear of these energies. They can't do anything. They can't, like, you know, you're showing up in this Queen of Pentacles. They're in this Page energy. There's not really anything that they can do other than just get under your skin. You know what I mean? Yes, you're very welcome. I'm excited about this business. It is going to be fantastic. Alrighty. Thank you, Deborah. Love you so much, lady. Irene, my darling, you are up. General. Oh, thanks. Not Michelle W, but Michelle H sent that cup to me as a gift. Speaking of, I haven't heard from Michelle H in a while. I hope she's doing all right. There's so many of you. I'll look at something or think about one of you or something, and I'm like, I wonder how they're doing. All right. What does Irene need to know here? I don't know why, but suddenly I wanted to say, so I haven't looked in my ear in a while, and I just recently, I looked tonight, and it just, because it's been hurting a little bit, it does not look good in there. I'm probably going to need to go back to the doctor. Oh, Lordy. All right, what does Irene need to know? I don't know why I thought of that after I had said, what does Irene need to know? Like, Irene, you don't need to know about my ear, but there may be something that is, like, needs to be looked at, or it doesn't have to be medical or something, but there could be just something that you think is maybe moving in one direction, and you go to look and you're like, ah, piss, you know? It doesn't have to be, though, because look at this. We have the Ace of Pentacles with the Chariot. That's not an aw piss moment. That is something, you know, taken off here, right? Okay. Empress here, the Ace of Wands. Okay, well, first of all, I feel like there is someone, I don't know if this has happened or not. I feel like there's an energy that you are resisting. This maybe Queen of Wands energy here. And there's this Empress energy that may be like, I don't know. Or maybe you're seeing this. There is one person that I feel like is like, has boundaries, created boundaries, resisting, like, just like, and it doesn't even have to be in like a romantic way, although it does feel like the other person that is observing this is like, really likes that, right? There's something where it's like, that for whatever reason, it makes this person very happy to see the other person resisting this certain energy here. Okay. So there's definitely that, Irene. Okay. But I don't feel like that's the whole thing here. Ace of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Two of Wands, the Two of Pentacles. So something doubles up very quickly here, right? Then we have the Empress. There's also something too about like leaning, not that you haven't been, but like leaning really hard into a feminine energy here, which actually I feel like a lot of times I pick, like when I pick up your energy, it feels very much as though you're in your feminine energy. So I'm not sure, Maybe because this might be work related, that masculine comes out. I don't feel like it's like that's the message, right? Obviously there's been other messages, but there's something about leaning into that here. Because it's like this, with the Empress coming out here, the Six of Wands, the Two of Wands with the Two of Pentacles. It's like there's something about, okay. Yeah, with the Sun. Like there's something about allowing this to unfold. Like if you plan something, I feel like it may, you know, kind of go off, you know, pretty good. And, you know, you go from the Ace to the 2 and, you know, things like that. But then there's this energy of allowing the divine to really like bring something through, right? Really just kind of like tapping into that feminine energy when you're creating and things like that. And then just like allowing, you know, and following your intuition on doing whatever it is that you feel guided to do, but then allowing the rest to kind of unfold here. Yeah, it's like this energy of like, and I don't even know if it's like you planning per se, but it may be more like setting an expectation of how it should go. You know what I mean, Irene? And that may be from this Two of Pentacles, this like juggling energy of like, you know, well, I'm not exactly sure, right? Like that type of energy. And you're just being asked to just like really lean into this Empress energy and into this like knowing, right? Yeah. I do really feel like there's someone very happy to know that someone else is staying very guarded to Queen of Wands energy, okay? That's coming through big. I don't know who that Queen of Wands is. Yeah. Ace of Cups, the Hierophant. Yeah. Yeah, I'll go. I'll get in there. I didn't realize that your ear could look like it does. Because, you know, I have one of those like little camera things. So I hadn't dipped in there in a while, just to check it out, right? Oh, it was no good. We're at about an hour. You're very welcome, Irene. I wish that you could feel that energy I was feeling off of the person. You didn't scare anybody, I don't think. Oh, I know I just got thirsty and tickle in my throat. Whew. Maybe I should go to bed. Yeah. No, you guys are amazing. Sorry. I didn't mean to pass it along. I did not. There's also this energy too. There's some sort of illusion or restriction. I feel like this is collective or just someone in particular where it's like you may feel like something might take a very long time. And that is actually the illusion. Because I just get this feeling where it's like, and so because of that, right, you may be like resisting, or it's like there's this energy of, not taking the first step because the next 99 steps is like, fuck, there's like 1,000 steps. And so there's like this daunting energy of like not taking the first step. But it's like, but you don't realize that, like, okay, so you take the first step and that actually skips you like, 500 steps. It's like this, like, supersonic thing that you like go through. You know what I mean? There's something, but there's a restriction or a limitation that's actually keeping you, from actually making that first step. So just maybe, I don't know, but something can go much quicker than you are, than you know. Okay. Oh, well, I hope you don't feel that way, Tink. I don't think that any of us do. Hell yeah, girl. There you go. There you go. Yeah, the Chariot. Yeah. I don't know. There's just something about your energy. I don't know. Yeah, the Magician, right? Goodness. Well, stop it. All right. Oh, man. Somebody. Ooh. Okay, so there's somebody that did something, some sort of like, I don't know if they quote unquote sold their soul per se, but they made some sort of deal here. They were in a lot of lack. Yeah. Yeah, it's like they got, they were in a lot of burdens. Yeah. But then there was like this Ace of Wands, this Ace of Pentacles, all of a sudden, the Ten of Cups, it's like all of a sudden, but it was all a lie here. So something may be crashing down, okay, for someone. I don't know. Time could have ran out here. I don't know. I do be picking up on some crazy stuff with this Hocus Pocus deck. That literally felt like somebody had, like, you know what I mean? In a very desperate situation. Like, yeah, look, a very desperate situation. Made a decision. Yeah. Like, maybe to a genie or something. You have 3 wishes, right? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, look, the magician. That's crazy. Yeah, and then something did change very quickly. It went very quickly, but something will change just as quickly back. For whatever reason. Yeah, the death card. Yikes. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny. It's kind of reminding me of that movie that I just picked up on the other day. And everyone told me, there was a bunch of people in the comments telling me what that movie was called, and I can't remember it again. But the 2 women that take the potion, right? They get the number. She gets the number from someone, and, you know, she's like, I'm not doing it. And then she goes, and then she, you know, drinks the potion, but then they have all these problems. You know what I mean? Yeah, death becomes her. Thank you very much, Lee. That's exactly it. Yeah, it's like, you know, they were desperate for, like, to look young, okay? But I feel like, you know, whoever this was, they, like, I feel like it was money issues. You know what I mean? Finances, stability, security, like that type of thing here, okay? Maybe even health. Yeah. And it may not have been the devil, right? It could have been, you know, like, I don't know. Well, you know, a deity, a lowercase god, you know, I don't know. They did it out of desperation, though. For sure. That's crazy. I've never actually, like, that energy was so clear. Like, people be doing that, I guess, though. I don't know. Yeah. It could have been. There was a witch involved. There was a witch that was paid. There was someone that was paid to do something. No, you don't need to apologize. We love you so much. Well, I think they did get what they wanted for quite a, like, for a bit here. But the thing is I think it's crashing down. Yeah, I just say that in the hangman. Right? Like they're coming, there's something. Yeah, because justice here, for whatever reason, right? The scales are balancing. There's something that was out of balance. There was something that was, you know, they didn't really create that. It was, you know, a house of cards, right? They didn't align to all of that. They didn't, you know, work for all of that, you know, and anything built on a essentially no foundation and invisible, not real, you know, illusion of a foundation is eventually going to be seen through or dispersed, or, you know, whatever the energy can't maintain, you know what I mean? Like, it just eventually will wilt away, I guess, or, you know, well, really what it is it shifts back to the, what the person is really putting out there is what they're telling me. That makes perfect sense. You know what? That makes perfect sense. Where it's like, you know, sure, there can be this poof, this illusion that is created, right? But over time, this person's habits and behaviors, whether it be, you know, probably behind doors or whatever, their thoughts, their subconscious programming, their emotions, will eventually just bring out their real reality, right? Because our thoughts and all of those things create our reality, right? So, and then the illusion really has no ground to stand on. So that's kind of what it feels like is happening here. I'm sorry. Oh. No, I'm not. Thanks, Flo. I didn't mean to laugh so loud also. That I didn't expect that. Little comment. Someone said I look like, someone called me grandma the other day, and then I got people asking me if I'm in a gang. It's just so silly. People are just so silly. I love you guys. I do feel, though, I should go to bed. Per usual, got a long day. Tomorrow. Yeah, there's a whole video where I shouted you out for the lighters. They're right here. Both of them. And I said, for who anyone wants to know, or something like that. I'm so tired. Words are hard. I was like, I will not be running out of fluid for a very long time. But of course, before I got those, I had already went and bought a lighter. And I also found the one that I lost. So, I'll have lighters forever. Thanks to you, Tink. I thought it was hilarious. And I don't mind it. And great colors also. Yeah, Flo, on fire. All right, listen, I love you guys so much. I'm gonna go to bed, but you know, I'll see you tomorrow. It's Monday. So I love you so much. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all the donations. Thanks for being great. We'll see you next time.